Hello, hello, Scorpios. How are you guys doing today? I am just getting set up, so give me 2 seconds here. I am sort of all over the place today. So if you're just coming on, thank you for popping in. These were really unexpected. So for those of you that are brand new, usually I do videos Tuesday through Friday live. Unfortunately, I am really, really late this week because of the fires. I live in Oregon, and the fires have really thrown a lot of people off. We were a couple of days packing and trying to get ready to evacuate and things like that. So I apologize. These are late. Um, but the good thing about this, that these three that I'm doing today, and just excuse me because the smoke has gotten my eyes irritated. The smoke's gotten my nose irritated. So I apologize if I'm going at my eyes and all that kind of stuff. It's just the smoke is so heavy here in Oregon from the fires. So again, I apologize for being late. But the good thing about being late at this point in time, because we're doing this for the 14th to the 20th, and today's the 13th, we are really close to those energies, so they'll be a lot more accurate. So hopefully that will be a good thing, even though it was a bad thing that I'm late, because I do, like I said, I do these weekly, and they are out by Saturday, so that you guys have them on the weekends if you're wanting to look at them. So that's the announcement for today. I'm really sorry. And let's get going on these energies. So we are going for the Scorpios from the 14th to the 20th. And I've already asked for the energies to come in prior. I do get my energies straight from the divine. I ask from the divine anyway. And whoever he sends through or allows to come through, then that's who comes through for this reading. And I'll get energies and plop thoughts and everything like that. So let's get started because I know you're waiting. So we are going for the oracles for the energies. Now remember, this is for the 14th through the 20th, and the 17th is a new moon. And we're in Mars retrograde. So I do have on there that there is going to be a live mid-month retrograde and new moon reading here. I think it's tomorrow, actually. So if you pop in for that. So remember that in the back of your mind, because with the Mars retrograde, as we do this reading here, is very conflicting. I mean, very conflicting, almost to the point where it's trying to make you fight, trying to make you argue, trying to make even some violence or anger underlying. So just remember that in this reading, that you're going to have to really be mindful for the next 2.5 months until November 13th when this comes in. Yeah. Again, Scorpios, didn't you guys have compass before? I thought you guys had compass before. I could be mistaken. But a lot of compass is coming up because we are being reset. We're being purged. We're having a humbling phase, as you may say. So, yeah. We have mountain, typical. This is just typical of Mars energy right now. That is going on. Let's see if there's... Oh, sorry about that. And movement. Okay, let me see if there's another energy or if that's it for the week. That's a lot, actually. That's a lot, because this is all about movement happening, change happening, and people just do not like change. They don't like movement. They don't like all that happening, especially all at once. Not good at it. Humans are not good at that. So, all right. So that looks like that. So we've got compass. So for those that are brand new, welcome, by the way. For those that are brand new, a compass, on the compass meaning for the oracle is, yes, you want it to be true north, because it's actually it's not quite to the true north, if you can see that, but you also see that there is a light in the center of that. Spirit actually is the one that guides us, but true north is very different than north. So when we talk about the compass and getting on track, getting on the mark, getting in the right direction, getting in the right guidance, who's guiding us, that kind of thing, we want to stay true north, because true north, if you know anything about compasses, there is a true north. But there's also a north, which happens to be, if it's miscalibrated incorrectly, it's slightly off. and then that'll keep you off course and you could be lost in the mountains forever. But that's really what that's about, is trying to get that true north, making sure you're being guided directly. And even though there might be switchbacks in the journey, to get back on that true north. And we need to get over the mountain. This was the second card out. So over the mountain, through the mountain, round the mountain, however we go, again, we have to do. And somebody is in that mountain, in that storm, whatever it is. We need to get through this, around this. And if you see the light at the very top again, light in the center here on the compass, it's all about the light, getting to the light wherever the light is going. And of course, the movement. Now, the movement could be fast, could be slow, could be, sort of stagnant for a bit, but there is movement, and that's just the way it is. So for Scorpios right now, somebody's just not quite. I got 2-3 scenarios coming in right here. So the first person is actually, they're just not quite right on track. They're trying to find their way. They're not quite there, but they're trying. I don't know if that's for you, or I don't know who that's for, but somebody's really trying to get on track, and they're just sort of off that mark a little bit. You're almost there, but you're off that mark a little bit. So it's going to take some inner thinking of, okay, what am I doing wrong? Which way am I going? Is there a repeat pattern that I'm doing? Or I'm trying too many new things, so I can't really evaluate which is the right way to go. Sometimes we do that, and we do that a lot. The other person actually is just, they're on the right track, but they're having that mountain where they've got to go up and down, up and down, up and down till they finally get over the mountain. That's for that person. But in both scenarios here, there is movement. There is movement. So keep it up, whatever you're doing, keep going, if you're on a switchback, I call them switchbacks. I'm a horseback rider. So if you're on a trail and it goes this way and this way and this way and this way, we call that a switchback. So even though you're on a switchback, pretty soon it's going to straighten out. So hang in there. God will throw those, and the divine will throw those switchbacks in there, because those are the times we learn about ourselves. Those are the times we need to grow. Those are the times that we look at ourselves inside. And then also he shines through those times. So we thank and we're grateful. And he shines through in those really, really hard, dark, deep times, like inside the mouth there. There's a deep, deep, dark pit inside that mountain, which is also us. We can be our own mountains. We can be our own nightmares. We can be our own sabotagers. We can be our own. So I don't know who that's for. Who's sabotaging themselves out there? Somebody's sabotaging themselves. Stop it. All right. So let's see what else we have in these cards. Yeah, it's coming. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, but what is that old saying? The world is open to you. Opportunities are open to you. You can have pretty much anything within reason. You can't, personally, I couldn't be an astronaut. I don't have the brains for an astronaut, within reason. That's what I'm talking about. But you could have anything. If you're looking at money as a hindrance, or money as we put up our own thank you. We put up our own roadblocks. By the way, for those people that are new, if you hear me say thank you a lot, I am thanking whoever is giving me the information on the other side, or if it's the divine, I'm thanking them. I'm acknowledging them. So if you have abilities, please, please, please make sure you're acknowledging and thanking the abilities, and being grateful for what you have, because it's really huge. Just because we cannot see them doesn't mean they are not there. So we want to thank them for their abilities, or their messages. So yes, so we have to not be our own blocking stone. We have to not be our own mountain, our own. Okay, thank you. Somebody's playing the victim. Somebody's being the victim. They don't want to be the victim, but the way that they've been running their life is a victim kind of mentality. Woe is me, pity party kind of thing. Oh, look at me. Look what I've gone through. Look what and this is stopping your movement, whoever that is. So I don't know who that's for. I don't know what Scorpio that's for. But they're in a phase where they need to change this negative thought pattern into a positive thought pattern. They're just at a point where they can't even see it. So all their friends are going to have to tell them, or the people who support them, and say, you know what, maybe, or maybe, oh, thank you. They've been told by several people. They just don't want to listen. Hey, do you think maybe that, you're thinking sort of a victim, or do you think maybe that you need to think more positive? Maybe do you think that, and I don't know if that's for you, or maybe that's somebody that you know that you can help with, just reminding them, if you've heard it a few times, maybe take at least some acknowledge to what that is, because you're holding everything back. Whew. This is where you get off on your compass. This is definitely where you get off on your compass. That negative thinking, that destructive thinking, toxic thinking, the negative attitude. Yeah. So we have the 8 of Cups. Did that come in reverse? That came in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse. So if the 8 of Cups was to come in upright, then that is something that is actually maybe hidden. Maybe somebody's shameful. Maybe somebody's trying to sneak away, walk away from something without being noticed. But something is a little hidden. Something is really sort of hidden here, but it came in reverse. So something's being shown, like I said, to someone that maybe they're hindering their own path. We are our worst enemies. Thank you. Somebody said that. We're our own worst enemies. Make sure that I was reading these correctly. All right. We are our own worst enemies, a lot of us. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Somebody's carrying something, a burden. Somebody's carrying something's like it's on their back. It's like so heavy. It's so burdensome, and it just seems like they can't get it. Whatever they're doing is like, and I get that from here. So whatever they're doing is they're holding something and they can't get it. They can't release it. It's like a burden they can't release. Yeah. And again, we have the world. The world is at your feet. This is at your feet. So, and also the mountain. We can get through this. You can get through this. We can get through this. You know what? Because Saturn doesn't want you to get through it. Saturn is all about conflict, and Saturn is all about no. Saturn is a warrior planet. It's like, let me show you, and I'm going to get you to fight. I'm going to get you to not want it. Then we got Saturn. Did I say Saturn? I meant Mars. Mars is that way. But Saturn on the other side is a softer planet. It's like, come on, Mars. It's not that bad. It's not that, take it easy, that kind of thing. All right. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is beautiful, beautiful. King of Pentacles is all about having not only authority, but he's also knows what he's doing in his career. So somebody is causing you to question your career. Somebody is causing you to sort of go off that switchback. Maybe you're doing fine. However, somebody has got you questioning yourself. And this is about, the King of Pentacles is either about career, your job, money, and it's sort of like what I'm hearing is somebody's like, you know what? Somebody's a coworker and they're saying, you know what? I just really hate this job. I don't know how you can stand it. I don't know how you can be in it. Yeah, even though you're making more money, but look at, and they're trying to get you to turn away from that. It's sort of that switch back to get you off of your true north. Maybe you have a plan. Maybe you have, you've got a goal and a purpose for what you're doing, even if it's not really a good job or a career that you really want to be in, but it's going to get you to where you want to go. But somebody there is just like trying to get in the way. and they're trying to throw you off, manipulate you, because they're not happy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. So they're not happy. Somebody around you is not happy, and they're trying to get you. Now, this may not be for work for some of you. Might be just somebody in your life. They're not happy, whoever it is you're hanging around with. So they want you to be miserable. No, don't go there. Don't go there. That is one mountain you do not want to climb. I wish I could, yeah, Hermit upside down, actually reverse. But the Hermit is all about looking and overseeing and looking at things down and analyzing, because the Hermit's Virgo. So it's very much an analyzing. The Hermit is analyzing everything as they look down and see. It's like, oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that. You know what? That needs to move over here. This needs to move, you know, sort of that kind of attitude. But the Hermit in reverse now is not able to see. It's like if you're looking down a canyon, and if he's in upright, then he can see beautifully. Oh yeah, I see everything. But now he's in reverse, so he cannot see. There's like a huge fog over the valley. It's like, what's down there? What's below there? I can't see it. So therefore, the Hermit cannot analyze anything, because it's sort of like he has blinders on. So whoever this person is trying to analyze the person that might be trying to sabotage them, maybe trying to come in and throw them off track or throw you off track, then you can't see it, is because it's so... If you believe in the devil, or if you believe in low energies, it's so cunning that you have no idea it happened to you. One of those. It's so cunning and so smooth that you have no idea it even happened to you. It's sort of like when somebody plans a surprise birthday party, and you have no clue until the day of the party, and you literally have no clue, and then you're surprised and you're like, what the heck happened? It's like that. Yeah, so somebody has to use their intuition. The High Priestess. Somebody is really going to have to go on their intuition. Woo, I can see the whole picture right now. So somebody has to go in their intuition, because they cannot see completely. It's the fog over the valley. So they can't see. So it's like, well, how do I figure this out? You got to follow that gut. You got to follow that intuition. This is the only thing that's going to get you to move, and get you to move over the mountain and get to that true north. Whew, that is, I just had like a huge rush. It was like, wow. But so that's what's going on. And then these two can happen. These two can then happen, because then your eyes are opened. Oh, I wonder if the Two of Swords is going to come up. I wonder if the Two of Swords is going to come up. But yeah, that's definitely, somebody's got to open up their intuition. So you're like, I don't believe in intuition. Well, come sit and talk to me for a bit. I'll give you some goosebump stories that I don't know how it works. I just know that I am thankful for the gift, because I'm extremely highly intuitive. And my daughter comes to me, are we going to get evacuated, Mom? Are we really going to get evacuated? What do you feel? What do you feel? It's like, we're going to get close, but we're not going to have to be evacuated. Haven't been evacuated yet. The only way that we'll be evacuated is if there's a spark from the fire that actually lands in the city or something like that. And the fire's still growing, still not contained. Anyway, back to this. So that's what I mean, is if you don't believe intuition, it is real. I mean, this is something that the Spirit gives us. This is what we have. So you got to listen to that. This is what's going on with your movement. Get yourself back on track. Get yourself out of your darkness. Get yourself out of your slump. Somebody's in a real slump. Somebody's in a depression. And it's all because you feel like you're carrying everything. And you're not allowing divine to guide you. You're allowing yourself to guide you, which does not work. Because you have no idea what your passion or your calling is. All right. Let's see what else we have. Ooh. I'm going to split these again because I don't know if that was where the cut was supposed to be or... Ooh, okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We have Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Woohoo. That's 2 offerings. See, this is the thing that you can have. These beautiful, beautiful things that you can have. Those things you can have. Listen to your intuition. I'm going to keep repeating myself. Now, the Ace of Swords is about the offering of truth. Somebody has to be upfront and honest and truthful with you. And also the Ace of Pentacles, it's not only has to do with this, okay, to get you back on track with your career, your job, or whatever, you need to be willing to go through this little gate here. So it's an offering, but you got to be willing to go through that. If you don't go through that, the offering will go away. Now, that's where your intuition is going to come. I don't know who that's for. So this has to be with a job. Definitely with a job. And you might be on your track. Oh, okay, thank you. It might be also a promotion, or maybe not even a promotion. It's like, oh, I'm going from just being a normal employee or assistant, you know, or what do you call that? Not an assistant. Oh, just, you know, somebody on the base level, that level, and then they're going to make you a lead. That kind of thing. It might be just something simple like that. Could be a job change. I don't think so, though. If it is a job change, I think it's more of like you going to do your own thing. More of like an entrepreneurial thing. But I'm going to say this about the sword, just so you got to remember. If you haven't seen the Mars retrograde reading for the first part of the month, it would be really good for you to see that, only because Mars is really got some real powerful energies going, and it has to do a lot with really paying attention to facts and over fiction. So we got to listen. This is fiction, whatever this is going on, you got to listen to the facts. And the facts are that the compass don't lie. So the compass doesn't lie. Spirit does not lie. That's where your compass should be. Your GPS should be your spirit. He doesn't lie. So we have to be looking at facts, not fiction. We have to be looking reality, not fantasy. We have to be looking at those kind of things, especially when we're in conversations. If somebody says, well, yeah, those fires were set by, you know, Antifa. Can you show me the evidence where somebody's either been arrested by setting the fires, or can you show me some video or somebody who actually physically witnessed an Antifa doing it? This is what I'm talking about. This is why we have to look at the facts, because there's so much fake out there that the humans are just full of fake. So the only way that we know fact is by our true north compass, by spirit. And that is your intuition. So if it doesn't sound right, it probably isn't. If 2 and 2 ain't adding up to 4, it probably isn't. It's probably adding up to 3, and go find the number 1. Where did number 1 go to make it 4? And that's what I'm talking about. Mars is going to be, and that will save you in a lot of arguments, a lot of getting angry with each other, a lot of you're not right, I'm right kind of conversations. That's going to happen all the way through the end of the year. Even after this retrograde, it's going to happen. So just know that that's going to happen. And boy, hold on to tape yourself down to your seat and put some duct tape on your mouth till the end of the year. Because it's coming. You're going to have to pick your battles, pick your fights. And that's what's going on with this too. Because somebody's trying to sabotage. They're listening to themselves. They're listening to the crappy Mars. They're not listening to Saturn. Like, oh, hey, it's okay. You know, let's think positive. Come on, let's go. The movement, you know, somebody's stuck because they're just sabotaging themselves. Keep hearing that. Sabotage, sabotage. It's like, okay, stop. Wherever you are. It could be all around. It could be behind me for all I know. All right. Divine, what else is there for Scorpios? We've got a lot of getting through the mountain this next week. getting through it, getting over it, getting around it. That's the main energy that you've got. And at work, whoever's trying to just start listening to yourself, also to listening to your intuition. And if you cannot clearly see something this week, if something's just like, I just don't get it, like it's really uncertain, then step back a minute, because you got to let that fog from the valley clear for a minute. Don't make a decision without having the facts. Don't move forward without having the facts. Don't go by your head and thinking. And I'll tell the ladies right now, we do this all the time when it comes to men and dating. Stop it. Saying, well, and you come up with all these scenarios in your head. Why didn't he call? Oh, maybe he did this. Maybe he did that. Oh, well, maybe he's busy. Oh, well, maybe he's with another woman. Oh, maybe he's cheating on me. Maybe he said this and he's doing this. And we do all this stuff in our head when it isn't even factual. That's the fiction. That's the fiction. Yeah. Oh, you would have to show up. Thanks a lot. Oh, we got death. But that's not a bad thing, because in the death card, something dies, something new starts. So for you to get through this mountain, and something has to move, literally move, get out of the way. It's sort of like, and I hate to use this as a scenario, if something were to die, like in the road, say you have a dead deer and it's all across the road, or something died, you got to get it out of the way. You got to move it out of the way. And that's what we're not quite to the new moon yet. We're in the third quarter. So this is when you release all that stuff and get it out of the way, because when the new moon comes in, you should have already planted the seed that you want the next half to be in a positive up. So get through this switchback, get through this mountain. Don't sit there and go really, really slow. Really book it, just like this emu or ostrich, whichever this is, and actually book it. Just start like an animal is following you and is ready to eat you. Move it, get moving, because this is where you need to be. Kick yourself in the butt. I've had to do that too many times. Kick yourself in the behind. Because this, whatever this is that is ending. Oh, thank you. So this is what's coming. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm going to try to put the cards in this way, but I don't know if I can. I'm going to have to use two hands. So this ends. Okay, this is before the full moon on the 17th. Or excuse me, new moon on the 17th, because there's a difference between full moon and a new moon. And all this, look at this glory that you will get if you stay positive and you don't listen to the human going on in your head, let alone going on around you. Stay focused. Get rid of the naysayers. Forget the naysayers. Don't listen to them. Allow them to just go bye-bye. All right? So this is going to be a good week. Intuition is what I'm going to say. Focus on the intuition. That's going to guide you, because these two came back to back, came side by side. Intuition is going to get you from seeing that cloud move away. Yeah. And then luxury. We're almost to the end of that. You're also almost to getting to your world and your wheel of fortune. But again, you're going to have to stand your ground. You are going to have to stand up for yourselves. You're going to have to be strong in the movement this next week, because somebody is going to test you and see what you're made of. Somebody is going to either, talk about you, those little naysayer people. They're going to talk about you. They're going to gossip, or they're going to try to throw you off track, or they're going to try to get your focus off. Don't let that happen. Stand up for your integrity. Stand up for your goals. Stand up for what you believe in. and you keep moving and you keep listening to this intuition. You have to put some headphones on, do something, whatever it is. Go take a walk by yourself, be by yourself for the week. Say, you know what, I'm staying in by myself until this week is done, kind of thing. And then go from there. But you've got some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movement, Scorpios. This is, oh, you're headed in the right direction this week, and this full moon after the 17th. So my suggestion to you is from now until the 17th, get rid of something that is causing you to feel like somebody's got the burden going. Somebody's got the self-pity, the woe is me attitude going. That's from your past. That's when you need some coaching. If you want get balance coaching, it's down on the bottom. But this is from your past. This is stuff that has to get fixed and put away. You're not going to be able to do that in a week, but you can at least start. Say, hey, I'm not going to think a negative thought today. I'm going to think, and when I do, I'm going to change it to a positive. So that's what I mean. Instead of this pity party, woe is me kind of attitude, that's your mountain. That's your mountain. So you want to get through that. Stand up for your integrity. Stand up for what you believe in this week, because it's the goodness is coming. After the 17th, then that is the abundance. Now I'm going to be doing the mid-month Mars retrograde tomorrow, I think at 4, on the 14th at 4, along with the new moon to give the new energies for all the signs. I'm really excited about it because it's really close, and there is so energy going on. It's just like, I can't believe it. People come to me, it's like, what do you think? What do you think? I'm like, I can just know what I feel, and I know what is going on. Anyway, so that's where that is. So I really hope that this was a good, you got some little bumps, you're like this, you're going up the mountain, but you're almost there. So you are almost, I'd say you're about the second level from the top. So get to the top, get to that light on the 17th. Work towards the 17th, saying, yep, by the 17th, you know what, this is what I'm going to, because then you harvest what you've planted. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. And if you got this far, if you haven't subscribed, if you could please subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I'm on live. I do a lot of mine live. And again, tomorrow the retrograde and the new moon is live. So hit the bell and you'll be able to come on and watch me. Also, too, I'm doing a lot of empath videos, abilities to help you understand your abilities if you have them. Also, too, if you are on live, you're welcome to ask questions. You don't have to, but it's fun to, or even just say, hey, I'm blah, blah, blah in UK, or I'm in Australia, or it's amazing to see that people from all over the world come on. So I hope you had fun, and we are going to see you on the 21st if you aren't on tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a good week. Stay safe. If you're in the fires, please, please be careful and be safe, and reach out to people. They want to help. They really, really do. And we will talk to you again next week. All right. Bye-bye.